Okay, brethren, please let us start this wonderful session we have here with a word of prayer. Let us bow our heads. Let us pray. Gracious, loving Father, be with us right now as we enter into your word. Give us the understanding we need. Give us a special blessing our hearts need to be faithful to you, to serve you in spirit and in truth. Right now we pray with thanksgiving unto thee. Amen. Amen. Okay, my dear brethren, we want to look at something very special this morning as we continue our studies on in love. We want to look at love versus pantheism. Now you say that's a strange study. Love versus pantheism. But this is a battle taking place every minute, all the time. And we want to show you from the Bible that you may recognize you need to have love against pantheism. Amen, brethren? So that, in other words, if you have love against pantheism, that love is hate for pantheism. But let us just look at the whole thing in a much, much more clearer way. And let me tell you why, my dear brethren, we are talking about this. In this church, a lot of members here will be facing assaults from evil angels. Evil angels will attack you. They will find different means to discourage you. Different means to make you become careless about your faith. Different means to make you become indifferent about spiritual things. And they will find different means to make you be not sincere. While all this is going on, you need to grow in grace and in the knowledge of our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Because this growth in grace is going to help you. We do not have long again. Trouble is coming upon the face of this earth. Let me just tell you something. For 36 days in May, up to May so far, 36 days, the sun was without a sunspot. The sun was without a sunspot. That is not normal. The sun must have sunspots. If the sun is without sunspots, it heats up the earth terribly. That's why right now huge cracks are appearing in permafrost areas in Russia, in Greenland, and in the Antarctica, and big splits are coming in the ground. Scientists went in Siberia last month and they got scared for the whole world. Now notice that 36 days from January to May without a sunspot. Last year it was 32 days for the whole year. So in other words, we are letting you know trouble is coming. But the time you and I have are time to prepare. What do you say? That's the reason why you have been given such a long time. You have been given such a long time to prepare. To prepare for the coming of Jesus Christ. But you have a great work to do. Before he comes, you have a great work to do. And you need to prepare for that great work to do. Now if you're not preparing for that great work that you have to do, then we are afraid that like a snare, the end will come upon you and it might be too late for you. But today when you hear his voice, today while you have a chance, have not your heart. Amen, brethren? And how much times may I say this? I'm almost getting weary of saying it. But people need to wake up. You must remember Jesus himself associated events taking place all over the world with his second coming. Jesus himself made that association. So he's telling us, when you see this, know that his coming is near, even at the doors. And all we can ask of you to do is to prepare for his second coming, to be serious, to be honest, to be truly honest. That's all we can ask. While we have a time of peace, especially in Trinidad and Tobago, we are like ease-loving Canaanites. A land of peace and rest and no big trouble. Nobody's hunting you down to string you up because of Christ. But you must remember the days of peace is fast going. And when they come upon you, what will you do? This is the reason why you get a chance now. And while you get a chance now, you must take it. When we give studies like these, you may not understand everything. But at least there's a point that you can understand, that you can take off from in your own mind. And you have a whole week that you can go through some few hours, one point. And if you learn that one point, all the associated truths will come at the right time when God is ready for you. Amen. But if you just ignore, and if you just waste your time, how do you expect to get somewhere? And this is why we are begging you, we are asking you over and over, give yourself a proper chance. Is that understood, my dear brethren? And those who really want a chance, we will make sure by the grace of God, we help you. What do you say? Amen. Yes, sister.
Not having the sons, but have anything to do with the prophecy of the son of the given power that's going to issue.
That's right. Not having the sunspots has caused the sun to get much more hot. All the time, the scientists were saying, all the big floods and extreme weather, they said it was global warming. And they're using global warming to tax countries. Last week, Donald Trump went into the Paris Accord on global warming. And he told all of them, America is pulling out. Because the whole thing was slanted to make America's economy become destroyed. And to make them become a laughing stock. And he said, you will no longer laugh at us. We will make sure it no longer happens. We're going to renegotiate it. Because they were giving people the impression it's carbon emissions. What they did not tell people is that changes in the sun has been causing all these terrible things upon the face of the earth. Only about 2 months ago, a large group of scientists has come out now and said, it's not global warming, it's changes in the sun. But we were saying that all the time. Now they have come to just give an additional testimony to what we were saying all the time. Which shows us that we are living in the closing days of this earth's history. And trouble is coming. Terrible storms, earthquakes, and all these sort of things are coming. You're going to feel this country get some rockings as other countries. And it's going to be terrible. All we have to do is to ask God to preserve us so that if we die in Christ. And if not, and He doesn't want us to die, no moving anywhere can take us down. But you have to be prepared. So like when we give you these studies, as you hear this study, you will see why you must pay attention. Because this came by revelation. I can't invent these things on my own. I am only man like everybody else. But when the Spirit of truth speaks to you and show you something, He shows you for others. So just let's look at the first chart. First chart. Do you see what the chart is telling you? The chart is telling you what? God is Spirit. What it says also? God is love. And this is what? The divine nature. It's not the body. It's not the body of the Father. It's not the body of the Son. So when you hear God is what? Spirit. And God is what? Love. What is that? The divine nature. That's right. Let's look at our Bible. John chapter 4 verse 34. Yes, please. Yes, please. You want to know why the Christians will die in the earthquake? Not all Christians will die, but remember, if God wants you to die now, it is for your salvation. Because if you die in Christ, you sure you are saved already. You understand? If you die in Jesus Christ, you are saved already. Okay? You don't want to die, you want to live and see the end, right? You want to die. You want to die in Christ Jesus. Okay, she said yes. You will get your chance. John 4:24. John 4:24. Let's read what he tells us. It says, God is what? Spirit. And they that worship him must worship him in what? Spirit and in truth. So we know God is what? Spirit. Did you see that? I am not giving any interpretation. We see it plain here. God is what? Spirit. We know for sure that is not the body that the Father has. That is not the body that Jesus has. How you can call the body spirit? So we know one thing for sure. God is what? Spirit. Now, let's look at Galatians 4:8. Galatians 4:8. Galatians 4:8. Is it found? Now let's follow. Verse 8. Howbeit then, when you knew not God, ye did service unto them which by nature are what? No gods. Right, so what we are being told is that the Galatians, when they didn't know God, they did service to those which by nature were no gods. In other words, God is God by nature. And if by nature that is not God, then you're not supposed to serve that. So God is God by what? Nature. That's why the Bible speaks about what? The divine nature. Not human nature, not animal nature, but the divine nature. Because God is God by what? Nature. Now watch this. Watch this. Since God is God by nature, look at 1 John chapter 4, verse 16. 1 John chapter 4, verse 16. We read. And we have known and believed the love that God had to us. The actual word is the love that God had in us. It goes on. God is love, and he that dwelleth in love dwelleth in God, and God in him. So notice how the Bible puts it. God is love. Now if God is love means God has love, but is not love in nature, then it would tell you, he that dwelleth in love dwelleth where? In God. So we are told God is love. So that he that dwelleth in what? Love dwelleth what? In God. So as far as your Bible is concerned, love is not an attribute of God. When you say God, you say love. Amen, brethren? Amen. So when you say God is spirit, when you say God is love, you are talking about his nature. Remember, you're doing service to him by nature who is God. That is the divine nature, according to 2 Peter chapter 1 and verse 4. So God is spirit, God is love. That is speaking about the divine what? Nature. Is that understood? Now many people when they say God is love, they have a sentimentalism. But the moment you have a sentimentalism, if God is love and you have a sentimentalism, all you have to do is to do that sentimentalism and you are like God. But no. When you hear God is love, that is speaking about the divine nature. Is that understood, my dear brethren? Because God is God in nature. In his nature. Did you understand that? Do you get that clear? Right, so now that you understand this, we can go to the next step. Right? 1 and then 2. Yes. Right, he asked me, what is the divine nature? When they say the divine nature, the word nature means being, what is. So when you say the divine nature, you're saying God is divine. He is divine. He is God. So the word divine nature means God nature. God's nature. What God is apart from us. So like you are human. But God is God. So when they say God, they say divine. You understand? So when they say human nature. So when they say divine nature. You get that, right? That is God. So if you want to understand it simply, when they say divine nature, it just means God. Okay? Alright? Yes, brother.
Yeah, brother. Because now what you first time I see the statement that they write, what I tell you about that? You know, is that this, I'm talking quickly, but they're going to understand what I'm saying. Yeah. Right? Love, principle love, not a forbidden love, or force love. Pantheism will have love, light, righteousness as a forbidden energy force inside here, in which it is you have to sin mentally, to transgress the law to the body of sin to come up, which is the all-pervading force within you, which is you. So you have to meditate upon sin and transgression, fornication, adultery, whatever, right? So this all-pervading force could be in you, but it's appointed if you want that, but the other thing is that it's not true. Right? That's
what the Hebrews are saying. But you can understand our study. Watch me. Yeah. I am sure from the first chart we looked at, you can already begin to understand this. You can already begin to understand the headline?
Yes.
Are you beginning to understand the headline? If God is what? Love. And God is what? Spirit. And that is speaking about his divine what? Nature. Then love versus what? Pantheism is the divine nature versus a false God. You beginning to see it? You beginning to see it? That's why I always tell people when they hear, I always say, when they hear God is love, the opposite of that love there is not hate. I will show you from the Bible. You will see from the Bible. Amen, brother? We need to grow. We need to get a better understanding. Now let's look at this second chart here. Watch this here now. Watch this second chart here now. You'll observe the law is identified as what? Love. Right? And love is identified as what? The nature of God, which we just saw, right? Which is what? Spirit, because God is what? Spirit. Which is the law, watch. The law is what? Love. Which is what? The nature of God, which is what? Spirit. So if the law is love and love is the nature of God, which is spirit, then the law has to be what? Spirit. That's right. You see it here? You see it here? And therefore the spiritual law will be what? Love. Which is the same what? Nature of God. You see it here? Now here is what Mrs. Mike said. Here how she put it. God is love. His nature, his law is love. Did you hear what she said? Yes. God is love. His nature, his law is love. It ever has been. It ever will be. Yes. The story of patriarchs and prophets, page 33. Did you see that? Did you see that, my dear brother? You see, just the law being love, like the nature of God, through his spirit, would mean that the law is also spiritual. And the spiritual law, obviously, is love, the nature of God. So in other words, it comes like if you're in a circle. Love, nature of God. Spiritual law, nature of God. Love. That's what you see. So based upon the first chart and based upon the second chart here now, we understand that the law is love. Love is the nature of God, which is spirit. So it's not that God has love, but God is love. Right? And since the law is love, what's your logic? What's your spiritual logic? And let me tell you something. You need to build your spiritual logic. Because it is building your spiritual logic that prepares you to face the false reasonings that make people sin. When your spiritual logic is built, you can face the false reasoning that leads people to sin. So that's why you need to develop the spiritual logic. So what's your logic again? If the law is what? Love. And love is the what? Nature of God, which is what? Spirit. Then it follows the law has to be what? Spiritual. You see it? So if the law is spiritual, then it is love. Which is still what? The nature of God. It's just that simple. And you must remember what the Bible tells us, right? So we know that the law is spiritual. That's what the Bible tells us. Now watch the next chart. So, we're looking at the nature of God. Last week we touched this, referring it to the law of works, or the deeds of the law. So now we're looking at the spiritual law. Alright, because we are progressing here. Here we have God is God, glory, will, creator, life, savior, eternal, grace, truth, righteousness. And all of that, which is the spiritual law, notice this is the spiritual law, and let me tell you something here, my dear brethren. Make no mistake about it. The Bible tells you, if you come to God, you must believe that He is what? All this. All this. And by the way, one of the clearest statements you have with God is, in the Bible, is love. God is love. So in other words, all this spiritual law boils down to something, that God is what? Love. And love is what? The nature of God. Therefore the spiritual law explains what? The nature of God. Did you see that? Did you see that? Yes. Now let me tell you, we are looking at deep mysteries here. Because all those great theologians desired to look into this. But today, in modern times, in a technologically advanced age, where people are depending upon science, we now have a much more detailed and better understanding than other people before. All you have to do is to look at that and match up with Pantheism. If you have love versus Pantheism, look, you already see the sense in it. So in other words, could you say Pantheism is the Savior? Or Pantheism is righteousness? In Pantheism, they don't believe in righteousness. They say they have nothing like that. So what you are seeing here is that the spiritual law shows us that God is love. And love is what? The nature of God. Did you get that? So if you understand that, you understand that this will carry you far. Let me tell you something. For want of words, there is magic in this. For want of words. Once these principles are in your mind comes alive, and you are able to discern everything around you. You are also able to fight every temptation, because every single temptation capitalizes on the spiritual law. Why is it somebody's running after money? Because they see money as grace, they don't know what they need. Why do some people depend upon themselves? Because they see themselves as the Savior. Why is it that some people are so self-willed that they will not listen to God? So they are putting themselves in place of God is what? Will. So this, every single temptation, every single wrong capitalizes on these points in the spiritual law. Already you understand the nature of temptation. Amen, brother? Are you seeing that? Yes, brother.
Yeah, brother. smile here now. Because at the end of the day, when you look in the book where I write about Pantheism, volume 8, right? You see the spiritual law, you see how Posado spiritual law. I see now you counteracting, you show you how this counteracting, Lucifer is well, Lucifer is like Lucifer, the Savior. So you see now counteraction, but then at the same time, my right not to realize Lucifer have a false idea of love towards his fellow man, which means they kill everybody. So it is that he can get all the glory you do. While you kill everybody, he lost. Like you see, kill
everybody for what?
So you can get praise.
I mean, that angel is crazy. Really wish he could kill everybody.
Yeah, but he can't do it.
To kill everybody, what will he get? Nothing. But he doesn't. Alright, let's just go on now. Next time. Watch this now. So now we understand about God and love. Okay? We understand about that. The opposite of love, the one God is Pantheism, false God. My God. This person went a little fast. Right? We'll touch that as we go. Watch this now. So we understand about love. Now let's just look at Pantheism a bit. Let's just look at Pantheism a bit. Mrs. White warns us that there are 3 waves of Pantheism to attack the world. In her time, wave 1 attack affected the Adventist church, almost depopulated the Adventist church. And she wants 2 more waves are coming. But she said, in it all, while it appears as if everything is gone, God will be living in the church. Alright, let me read up that one to you. She said, the light given me was that the controversy over Pantheism was come to the point where it seemed as if the battle was lost and as if the enemy would gain the victory, but that God would sway it back. Then it would come again and again to a position that seemed to mean defeat for God's cause. But there was deliverance. 3 times, I think, this was repeated. We had to press against an influence that was satanic in its tendency. End of quote. So there are 3 big waves, attacks of Pantheism coming. The 3rd one is global. And it would seem as if all is lost for God's people. But God's people will be delivered. What do you say, brethren? Amen. Right? So Pantheism is what we have to deal with. When they speak about a Sunday law, when they speak about the United Nations, when they speak about globalism, it's just Pantheism, as you will see in a short while. Right? Now, here is what the Pantheism claims. Here is what Pantheism claims. Mrs. White tells us in Evangelism, page 601. The theory that God is an essence pervading all nature is one of Satan's most subtle devices. It misrepresents God and is a dishonor to his greatness and majesty. Pantheistic theories are not sustained by the word of God. Did you get that? Amen. If God is an essence pervading all nature, then he dwells in all men. And in order to attain holiness, man has only to develop the power that is within him. These theories, followed to their logical conclusion, sweep away the whole Christian economy. There's nothing that destroys the whole gospel, the whole of Christianity, like Pantheism. And that's what she says it will do. Right. So what does Pantheism tell us? What should it start taking out? It first tells us that God is in all things, or he pervades all things. But there's a logic to that statement. If God is in all things, it tells us, therefore all things are God. That's what it tells us. And since all things are God, then they reverse it and they say God is all things. So they tell us all things are a manifestation of God. So the stone, the tree, the wood, people, everything is here around you. They tell you it's just a manifestation of God. Because they tell you all things are in God. And God is all things. from this teaching, watch, God is all things, they tell you different things are God's therefore. And that's where you get polytheism or many gods. Is that understood, my dear brethren? So polytheism is really a spin-off from pantheism. And it is a species of pantheism. So when you see a person put a God here, like watch it a Hindu, a God here, and another God here, and another God here, and then they have a picture of the ancestors. And they call all that God. Where did that come from? That is because they believe God is all things. So that He's the picture, He's the stone, He's the linga, He's the gods. So God as all things is where you have different gods. And goddesses by the ways. Because they put them female too. And that is poly meaning many, theism, God, many gods. So many gods is really the same as pantheism because it really is pantheism in a spin-off. If they didn't believe that God was all things, then you couldn't believe that many gods. So polytheism comes from pantheism. So in the ancient days, when you see Israel or Judah, put up a god of Judah, a god of Bethel, a god of Mount Tabor, all kind of gods. It's because they believe that God is what? All things. And there are many gods. So idols, plenty idols, means they believe that there are many gods, but they all come from what? Pantheism. So it is pantheism that ancient Israel was struggling with. When you see Israel had problems with all kind of prophecy, what were they struggling with? Pantheism. And that's what it has been. That's what they were struggling with. Pantheism was manifested in God as all things, which is different gods, which is polytheism. That's what Israel was. Watch me. Imagine they say, oh Baal, and they have 1,000 idols. Which one is Baal? Baal is the pervading, or God pervading, God in everything. Therefore all things are manifestation of God. Therefore all those things are God. So there are many gods. Is that understood, my dear baby? Do you get that clear? Do you get that clear? Now it was pantheism, next shot. It was pantheism that Lucifer used in heaven to cause angels to fall. You need to understand that. You ask yourself, what was the nature of the battle in heaven? The battle took many ways. It attacked God's law because Lucifer says the law doesn't properly represent God's nature. And we needed the law to represent God's nature better. Remove the second one and change the fourth, and it represent his nature better. That's what he said. And God allowed this battle to happen over the years. Where the second was removed by the Catholic Church. And the fourth commandment was changed. Right? Well, of course, it's pretty tempting to try and get back there. But they're not concerned about that. So here is what she tells us in Evangelism, page 600. I quote, false science is one of the agencies that Satan used in the heavenly courts. And it is used by him today. That's what she tells us. Upward look, page 336. Quote, pantheistic ideas regarding God in nature are framed by Lucifer, the fallen what? Angel. So pantheism is a Luciferian doctrine. It's a doctrine that comes from Lucifer. When you see angels fell, they fell because of Lucifer teaching pantheism in heaven. And pantheism tells us that everything is God. Pan meaning all, theism God. So the Luciferian doctrine is what? Pantheism, which tells us God is there. In all, therefore what? All is God. Look at the logic. If watch, what is the logic? If God is in all, and all is God, then Lucifer is what? God is God. Isn't it logical? Yes. Remember, before sin, no angel could say God wasn't in them. God was in all. Then Lucifer come and say God is in all. They had to admit yes. But here is where he lies. Therefore all is God. Therefore I am God what? With God. No, well, he didn't say he alone. He told all the angels they know too. All of them were gods with God. But he said, since he brings them the light, he's a higher God. You know how it is. Because he brings them the light. He's a mighty of the Almighty, or another manifestation of the Almighty. Right. So here we see, this is the logic that Lucifer used to fool people. Let's go on. Next shot. Watch this now. Watch this chart now. Since Pantheism assembles all as one. What does Pantheism do? Assembles all as one. Then Pantheism gives us collectivism. Did you see that? And collectivism is another word for what? Communism. And communism is what? Globalism today. That's why the ultimate development of Pantheism is what? Globalism. That's why it has so much about globalism today. Because Pantheism is mission is fullest development. And the world will not change from that. Poor Donald Trump, you can try to stop it, but you won't be able to stop it. You're just only one person. There are tons of evil angels all over the place fighting for that. But it is so senseless. How could you govern a whole world of sinful people? You understand what I mean? There's already trouble to handle one nation. You want to handle the whole world now? So watch this now. Pantheism assembles all in one, which is collectivism. Collectivism is another word for communism, and communism is globalism. Right? So none of these isms has any acceptance or accommodation to principles that come from God or love. None of those principles accept anything about God or love or divinity. Let's take a look at next shot. So, watch now. So Pantheism is anti-monotheism. Monotheism, one God. Pantheism is what? Anti-monotheism. That's why collectivism, coming from Pantheism, is anti-individualism. Today they don't care about the individuals. You say, I have my rights and conscience, they say, no, 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 no. We all counts. You're nothing. That's what they tell us today. That's the philosophy reigning today. That's the reason why you are in your job and you stand for what is right. Some fellow pass with a skirt on right in your work. And you do so. And you do so. And they say, excuse me, what did you just do? You went against him. And then he said, but I have my rights. They say, no, 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 no. They tell you immediately, individualism here doesn't come. Everybody has to be thought about. For that reason, a lot of people lost their jobs through this thing. So since collectivism is anti-individualism, communism coming from collectivism is anti-republicanism. It is anti-republicanism. And this is the reason why America's government is under attack. And now, since globalism is communism global, globalism is anti-nation state. Which is supposed to be manifested in anti-what? Being anti-patriotic. Or anti-patriotism. So this is the reason why there's always the region. You understand? The United Nations. The G8, the G20. You know? And different regions. They don't want to hear about nation anymore. This is the reason why they're telling people, remove your borders. Because by removing your borders, you are encouraging what? Globalism, which is what? Anti-nation state. All the trouble that Europe is having is because of an anti-nation state globalism. Are you listening to me, my dear brothers? Are you listening to me? Yes.
Globalism is socialist. Like
Yes.
when the Christian stand for certain principles
Yes.
and protest against certain laws, they demonize you and say you don't have love and it's a bigot and they have their concept of love. Is it pantheism they attach the word love to as their ideas as globalists?
They attach the word love to tolerance. They say you are not tolerant. You don't have love. So love means tolerate the wrong. But while the hypocrites telling you to have tolerance, they don't have tolerance for you. Hypocrites. But we will look at that in a short while. Right. Yes, my dear brother. So you get it clear, right? Yes. Are you following me so far, right? We're making it simple step by step. Coming to an important point. Yes.
And what is being presented here, right?
Yes.
You can see how Christianity will be under attack.
Yes.
Because only people who propagate these things or protest for these things is what you call a Christian.
Okay.
Somebody who loves God and has the love of God in them. Therefore, they will say, well, monotheism, God is one. They propagate individualism because of rights and freedom. They propagate a Republican government to respect conscience for the practice of their religion. And they propagate nation states for the purpose of the spreading of the gospel. So only a Christian holds these principles. Hence, when the state is being structured that way, is Christianity will be persecuted.
So remember we are looking at love versus what? And we're looking at pantheism, and it is an ideology, globalism. Right? Pantheism is further development. All this is in the world today. That's what you and I are facing. That's what we are fighting against. That's right. When you see some sodomite walking down the road and playing, he's walking left and right and so on. What is it you're fighting? That's right. But wait. Yes.
As you mentioned sodomite, somebody said, I don't know if you all get it read, somebody said a post on here. They said, and I remember that you had told us that they have plans to unleash certain movies that will be very detrimental against Christian doctrine.
Yes.
They say here, the movie Corpus Christi, that is the name of the movie.
Oh,
the movie Corpus Christi is due to be released this June to August. It is a disgusting film set to appear in America later this year, which depicts Jesus and his disciples as homosexuals. As a play, this has already been in theaters for the while. It is called Corpus Christi, which means the body of Christ. It's a revolting mockery of our Lord, but we Christians can make a difference. That's why I am sending you this email to you. If you do send this around and so on, telling us, join in the thing and send it around, you know, a kind of protection by your own works. Not the gospel, not love versus pantheism. Right? So this is one I remember you warned us that 2 more movies have to come.
Yes.
One is here.
Now what shift my dear brethren? Right? So let's start looking at these things single-handedly. Let's look at pantheism first. Next shot. Right. So pantheism here. Okay? Pantheism there. It is hostile to monotheism. Hostile to monotheism. Teaching about monotheism and so on. These pantheists have been writing books saying monotheism is the problem with the world. When you are monotheist, you are patriarch. And when you are patriarch, you are against women. You are against feminism. And all sorts of things. So, pantheism is hostile to what? Monotheism. Pantheism teaches all religions are right except those who teach monotheism. Because they say everybody has a true faith. Then why don't you accept mine that says individualism is right? That says there is one God. No. They accept all religions as right except monotheism. It teaches pluralism. And inclusivism, they will tell us, well, please let us all be inclusive with one another's teaching. Include my teachings in yours, you include my teachings in yours, I will include your teaching with mine. And we are all the same, serving the same God, it's just different ways, so we are all plural together. So that's why you will hear the United Nations and other places talking about pluralism, inclusivism. Is that understood, my dear brethren? The eventual goal of Pantheism is a global one-world religion. But when they say a global one-world religion, they don't mean one particular religion. They mean a unity of different religions as one. That's their eventual goal. That's the eventual goal of Pantheism. A unity of different religions as one. So they're looking for a global one-world religion. Is that understood, my dear brethren? Now that's what they're looking for. Right? Okay? So now, all these concepts that are in the world needs to be fought against. But when you're fighting against it, you have to fight against it with love. You have to fight against it with what?
You know, Brother Medina, God strike me not today, time past that King David, this same thought, King David was one of the monarchs in Israel who really and truly understood the problem that he was up against. Those surrounding nations was Pantheism.
Yes.
Remember he said, open all mine eyes that I may behold wondrous things out of thy law. And then he's talking about the blessed man, he says, for in his law do he meditate day and night. I simply just without brokenness. And that is the principle he used to really fight against them. And then he ends by saying, they shall not stand in the judgment, and they will be perished and so on.
Right. So, let's look at the next start now. We're going to fight against all this with love. Amen, brother? I'm not talking about generally feminine actions or something. We're going to fight against all of them with what? Love. This chart shows us love. In the Bible, we are told Yahwehism is the true religion. It is exclusivism. It excludes all others. Because there is only one. So exclusivism tells us about what? Monotheism, which is telling us that what? God is one. Did you see that? It also tells us Yahweh is what? One Yahweh. It also tells us Yahweh is what? The global God. So you don't need others. It also tells us that Yahwehism is the eternal religion. And Yahwehism is to be the future global faith. So if you have these truths, which is Yahwehism, you are actually fighting against Pantheism. So we're looking at love versus Pantheism. Now we are heading to a real strong point eventually. So I beg you to follow. Don't be weary in spiritual things. Follow through, right? First thing we're going to look at, Galatians 3:20. You'll see the Bible telling God is one. Galatians 3:20, first of all. The religion of Yahweh is a monotheistic faith. It teaches one God. Galatians 3:20. We read. Now a mediator is not a mediator of one, but what? God is one. Did you see that there, my dear brother? Did you see that there? Did you see that there? Now, let's look at Yahweh is one Yahweh. I want to take the version in the Gospels, in Mark chapter 12. Let's look at it. Mark chapter 12. We read from verse 28. And I'll tell you where we will stop. Now the word where you see Lord, capital L-O-R-D, the word is what? Yahweh. You got it, right? So let's read now. We go on from verse 20. And one of the scribes came, and having heard them reasoning together, and perceiving that he, that is Jesus, had answered them well, asking, which is the first commandment of what? All. Notice this, notice the question, which is the what? First commandment of all. Jesus didn't answer and say, all the commandments are first. He said, there is a first and greatest commandment. Let's read on. And Jesus answered him, the first of all the commandments is, hear, O Israel, Yahweh our God is what? One Yahweh. Did you just see that? Amen. Did you see that? Amen. Yahweh our God is what? One Yahweh. So watch me now. That is what exclusivism means. Yeah. God is one. Yahweh is what? One Yahweh. Did you see that, my dear brethren? And remember, that is what Jesus preached. Jesus himself said that. Is that understood? Also, Yahweh is a global God. It is the only global God. Let's look at it in Isaiah 54 and verse 5. Isaiah 54 and verse 5. You've got to read it for yourself. Isaiah 54, verse 5. Watch this scripture. Very good. We read, for thy maker is thy husband, Yahweh of hosts is his name, and thy redeemer, the what? Holy One. Notice the phrase, what? Holy One. The word holy means God holiness. Yes. Right? God only. So here, Holy One. God only one. You see that what they call concentrated impacting teaching that? God only, one. So in other words, if you are saying God is the Holy One, and that is love, God is love, then what you are doing is love versus pantheism. Next, we read on. The Holy One of Israel, the God of the what? Whole earth shall he what? Be called. Global God. That's the point. So there are no others. None of the others in any nation are gods. There's only one God that have, Yahweh. None of the others in any nations are gods. Look at Psalms now for this one, 96:5. Psalms 96:5. Let's follow up. Psalms 96:5. We read, watch this, watch how David puts it. Hear what he says. For all, did he say some? What did he say? All. Pantheism in its form of polytheism. For all the gods of the nations are what? Idols. But what? Yahweh made the heavens. That's why he's the global God. Because all the rest are idols. Amen, brethren? Amen, brethren? All the rest are idols. Now, Yahweh's faith is the right faith. Right? It is the eternal religion. Let us go. You know, he knows all this. He used to tell me, he used to come and say, look at all your Christianity only come with Christ. I used to tell them, no. They say, look how long Hinduism has been here. 4,000 years BCE or before Christ. I said, no. Christianity is the eternal religion. Amen. That is the one that was even before. And proof of it? Romans 16. 25 and 26.
But two or three people, then they'll come after they know the book.
That's right. So, Romans 16, 25 and 26. Watch and you will see. So, Yahweh is obviously eternal religion. It goes on. Reading. Now to him that is of power to establish you according to my gospel and the preaching of Jesus Christ, according to the revelation of the mystery, which was kept secret since the world what? Began. But is what? Now made manifest, and by the scriptures of the prophets, according to the commandment of the everlasting God, made known to what? All nations for what? The obedience of faith. So it's always there. But at a certain time God revealed it. Amen, brethren? By His will. But it is always there. So Yahwehism is the eternal faith. It's the right faith. There's no name given under heaven whereby we can be saved except through what? Jesus. And remember when you say Jesus, you're saying Yahshua, Yahweh, Savior. And that is the same Yahweh. Right? Love. So we go a while. And the point about it is, the fate of the future to rule the whole world is Yahwehism. Proof of it? Isaiah 11:9. Isaiah 11:9. That's it. 11:9. Yes.
That's our question. Anything in the scripture that says you have a story for that Alamani?
Yes.
So then Alamani must be Hinduism.
Yeah, but they got that from Christianity in India.
Christianity in India.
That's
that means them know what we religion before them.
Point about it is that when that was written, Christianity had already spread. That's a lay teaching in their life. Christianity had already spread. And they destroyed it. At one point in time, almost all of India was Christian. And always like to give us talk, I usually tell them, I say, listen, our religion was almost the religion related in India, you know, is murder, all you murder the people out and all you more intolerant. Who more intolerant than you all? One side teaching Shiva is God, all you murder that one out. The other one saying Vishnu is God, the Vaishnavite side, all you murder that one out. Then Buddha come, and Buddhism take over almost all of India. How come India is not Buddhist? Because they murdered them out. And you all are more intolerant. I often tell them, don't tell me about tolerance. You all didn't show it in your history. Okay? So now let's see again. Yahwehism is to be the global faith. We read. Again, Isaiah. We read. Verse 9. They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my what? Holy mountain. For the earth shall be what? Full of the knowledge of Yahweh as the waters what? Cover the sea. Amen? That's in the new world. When you know, there is no destruction in this holy mountain. The new world. So we know Yahweh is to be global faith. What do we say? We have got confidence, and that's why we're in the right faith. What do we say? Because we believe this to become global. What do we say? But it must start with the individual first. Amen, brother? It must start with who? That comes to the next one. Next chart. Collectivism. Collectivism is anti-individualism. They teach the common good, defined by few men. The common good. That's what they teach. They say there is no individual rights and freedom, but just the common good. They don't believe in individual rights and freedom. That's why today, in America, you have a little bakery, and you decide you're not going to sell your bakes to Solomonites. You're not going to bake a cake for them. They can't force you to do something against your conscience. So you say, I have my conscience. The law will charge you. They will charge you because they no longer believe in what? Individual rights and freedom, just the common good, defined by a few people. Do you know something dreadful happened in Canada last month? They passed a law stating that any pronoun, would you imagine that? They passed a law in Canada saying that any pronoun, any sodomite or gender-based person decide to use for themselves, if you refuse to call them it, you will be jailed. And it had a professor, top professor from a university, he said, you're not following that, they'll put him in jail. So there's this woman, she's in a, she had breast cancer, she cut off her breast, so her chest is kind of a flat. So she comes back out to school, and she's talking, and they say, well, madam, or she said, no, call me Vay. You know what she said? Call me Vay, T-H-E-Y. She insists they must call her Vay. So she's in class now, and the children can't refer to her as Miss, they have to call her Vay. So the principal comes and say, no, what you want is to destroy the whole English language and destroy what children are learning. As the English language, we cannot call you Vay, we have to call you Miss. Respectfully, we call you Miss. We cannot call you Vay. But she takes the school to court. And actually she won the case. They had to pay about $83,000 US for not calling her Vay as she chose. So Canada passed a law now stating, call me what I want. So if I say, my gender is no gender. And you say, here comes Mr. No Gender, that's what they want you to say. But if you say, here comes a Mr., they say, no. In fact, there are now laws to make it stop saying husband, wife, boy, girl, right, mommy, and daddy. Right? They want you to use gender exclusive words. So the professor said, you can't force me to say something against my conscience, to say, you don't have individual rights here. And they jail him. Right now, the man is in jail as I'm standing here. And that happened about a month or 2 months ago. Just because he refused to use the pronouns they want him to use. Now what I'm trying to help you to understand, it means to say collectivism believes in what? No individual rights and freedom. And they believe the people must be above the needs of the individual. The people must be above the needs of the individual. So if you have a big population and you need to cut this population down for the population to survive, forget that individual who's starving. Let him die. Because the people is above the needs of the individual. And that's the teaching of collectivism. That's what collectivism, which comes from Pantheism, tells us. Are you listening to me, my dear brethren? They also tell us only the common good as defined by some must be legislated. The good of the people as defined by some is above the need of the individual. That's what they tell us. So they call it the common good. So when they hear them using the phrase, the common good, you know what they are saying, right? Yes, my dear.
Just recently, I think it was about a month or a few weeks ago, in Australia, there's a law that everybody has to be vaccinated. And if you don't get vaccinated, your child doesn't get vaccinated, they have the right to refuse your child to health care. And if you refuse to let your child get vaccinated, you have to pay taxes. So it really is against the common.
And of course, California has it worse. And of course, in Germany, they will take the children from you if you don't get vaccinated. Literally take them from you. So it's getting worse and worse because they no longer believe in individual rights and freedom. They just believe in what they call common good. They're anti-individualism. Alright? That's what happens. So now let's look at the next shot. We're going to fight against it. Let's see how we fight against it.
Is there a difference with the expression the greater good versus the common good?
Are we speaking as a Christian, right? Beautiful. Yes, the greater good is the faith of Jesus Christ. That's a greater good. Right? But it's not common. It's not common at all. So when they say the common good, they mean as defined by a female. Alright? Right, so now, let's look at how we fight collectivism. Collectivism shows, fighting against collectivism shows us that God deals with what? All, right? We admit that God deals with what? All, not just one individual. Amen, brethren? In fact, the Bible tells us, all have sinned and come short of what? The glory of God. Amen, brethren? That's what the Bible tells us. So we know God, sin is the problem of all men. We also know that salvation is given to all. God made salvation available for all. Titus 2, 11 and 12 tells us that quickly. Titus 2, 11 and 12 tells us that. Let's look at it. For the grace of God that bringeth what? Salvation has appeared to how much? All men. And it tells us what the grace of God teaches, right? Teaching us that denying our godliness and worldly lust, we should live soberly, righteously, and godly in what? This present world. So we know salvation is made available for all. But all are not saved in groups. It is the individual that must believe. Amen. Is that understood? And that's why individual rights comes into play. Because it is the individual that was, must believe. It's not the whole group. We are saved as what? Individuals. John 3:16. You must know it in this. For God so loved the world, that's all. But He gave His only begotten Son. That what? Whosoever believeth, that's what? Individual.
Amen.
Did you see that, my dear brother? But not just only that. God so deals with the individual. And when it comes to the Laodicean church, God didn't say, if the whole church repent. Revelation chapter 3. Revelation chapter 3. Verse 20. Revelation chapter 3, verse 20. Let's read this one. Notice this. Here's what God is telling the Laodicean church, the Adventist church. Here's what He says. Behold, verse 20. I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice. If what? Any man hear my voice. He didn't say if all hear my voice. But if what? Any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him. Did you see that? I will sup with him. And what? He with me. Did you see that? Not all of us. It's an individual. You're saved as what? Individual. That's the reason why when in the Adventist church you usually lump everybody's salvation together. That's collectivism. Remember, it's individuals that must be saved. And that's why you must have respect for the rights of the individual. That's right. I say one and then two.
That's why we are told in Ezekiel, the soul that sinneth, it shall die.
Amen.
That's right. It
So
shall die.
accountability is individual.
Amen. Amen. Brother. Yes.
Present Sabbath breaking.
Present Sabbath.
As they mentioned, individual. Revelation 22 will come to the mind. Right? 22:17. And the Spirit and the bride say, come. And let him that heareth say, come. And let him that is atheist come. That whosoever will, let him take the water of life freely.
Whosoever.
Whosoever.
The individual.
Amen.
Amen, brother? Right. So that's how we deal with collectivism. You speak to the individual. You deal with the individual. God says the individual must believe. Oh yes, salvation is given for all that receive. But it's you must believe. Amen? You must choose this day whom you will serve. It's always the individual. Next shot.
The man who comes to Christ. When Christ will lead him Christ, Christ is not just into the group. Christ says, only if you believe, the chances are not easy.
Right.
Christ
Amen.
is not an individual.
Amen. So now we come to communism. Collectivism leads to communism, is another way for communism. Now, communism, we've studied this before, abolishes rights and freedom. And it is what? Hostile to religion. Is that understood? Remember we studied that before. Quickly, let me read the Communist Manifesto by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, page 103. I quote, "There are, besides eternal truths such as freedom, justice, etc., that are common to all states of society. But communism abolishes eternal truths. It abolishes all religion and all morality." That's the Communist Manifesto. Page 98 of the Communist Manifesto. Karl Marx speaking. The abolition of this state of things, hear him, the abolition of this state of things is called by the bourgeoisie the abolition of individuality and freedom, and rightly so. They admit they are abolishing the individual and freedom, the rights and freedom. They say rightly so. So we don't want to show communism abolishes rights and freedom, it abolishes the individual. So that's why a communist state don't care for you as an individual. You are nobody to them. You're nothing to them. Okay, my dear brethren? Now communism is hostile to religion. Vladimir Ilyich Lenin. Lenin says this in his book on religion, I quote, "We must combat religion. This is the ABC of all materialism and consequentially of Marxism." So they must combat religion. They are actually telling you they are hostile to religion. That's what communism tells us. Is that understood, my dear brethren? So now let's put the next chart. So since communism is hostile to republicanism, republicanism is the ideal government in a sinful world. In a sinful world, the ideal government is republicanism. Right? It is the opposite of communism. And it is a government to be desired in a sinful world. Republicanism teaches separation of religion and what? Legislation. It encourages what? Liberty of conscience. It protects your what? Rights and freedom. But it is to be replaced by what? Bureaucracy in the future. Amen? It is to be replaced by Yahwehocracy in the future. But it is the best government to be desired in a sinful world. So if you live in a republic, praise God for that. Watch this. The rights and freedoms are identified as given by God as unalienable. I quote, Documents of Freedom, page 6, from the Declaration of Independence. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. That to secure these rights, governments are installed among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. This clearly shows us that republicanism says the rights and freedoms are God-given and inalienable, and they respected. That's why the Bill of Rights of the U.S. Constitution tells us Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise what? Thereof. So we know one thing for sure, separation of what? Religion and legislation. Therefore you have liberty of what? Conscience. Therefore they are protecting your what? Rights and freedom. But alas, republicanism is to be replaced by Yahwehocracy. When sin on this earth is finished, that's what happened. Daniel 7:14. Daniel 7:14. Daniel 7:14. And there was given him what? Dominion and what? Glory and what? A kingdom. Did you see that? And there was given him what? dominion and what? Glory and a kingdom that all people, nations and languages shall serve him. His dominion is a what? Everlasting dominion which shall not what? Pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed. You see clearly here, it is to be replaced by Yahweh of mercy. Let's go to the next chart quickly. Globalism. Now we know globalism is anti-patriotic. It destroys national sovereignty. It destroys the nation state. This is what is going on in Europe now. That is the problem of Europe. The problem of Europe is globalism. It is anti-patriotic. It destroys national sovereignty. It destroys the nation state. In fact, the policies of globalism are always anti-patriotic. Destruction of the nation state is carried out by something they call diversity. Cultural diversity, that's what they call it. Cultural diversity. Relax your borders, control, and make agreements that take away power from national governments. One such agreement is the General Agreement of Trade and Tariff, another one NAFTA, and of course the global agreements on global warming. And Donald Trump said because they destroy our national sovereignty, they take away power from the government and making you all laugh because as if you're stupid. You're walking out of it. That's it. By the time you leave, they start to lambaste him. All of them start to speak about him and say, don't trust in America anymore, but I don't trust in Germany or any of them anymore. Yes.
In Isaiah, when the person was asked,
yes.
how are thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer?
Yes.
How are thou cut down to the ground? A third person was asked also,
yes.
which didst weaken the nations.
That's right.
So we are seeing here the pantheism that Lucifer started in heaven. That is what weakens the nations.
Nations, that's right. Exactly so. Exactly. So next chart. You see, my dear brethren, globalism comes at a time that Yahweh is about to make up the subject of his kingdom when the judgment sits. That's what we have globalism going on now. But Yahweh already shows his hate for globalism. What did he do? In the early stages of the earth, he divided the world when it started its first efforts at globalism at the Tower of Babel. He divided the world. He confused the languages and separated them because they were seeking to keep themselves together and form a one world government, globalism, at the Tower of Babel. And Yahweh shows his hate for it by dividing them up, giving them different languages and scattering them abroad the face of the earth. Is that understood? So we don't want it. God wants the what? Nation state. So he wants patriotism. He wants it to be patriotic. He also knows that the nation state is for the sake of protection of your conscience faith. The faith that your conscience carries. He knows that's what the nation state is for. And he also wants cultural affinity in that nation state, not cultural diversity. And that's the reason why I have put out this for the United Nations and Europe to hear it. Amen. Cultural affinity. You want to solve the problem of the cultural upheavals going on in Europe? All the rape and the murders and terrorism going on? Reverse your policies and stop practicing cultural work, diversity, and start practicing cultural work, affinity. Those people who are refugees, who wants a new place to settle, put them in a place where they have the same work, cultural affinity, so that they wouldn't have the problems in cultural work, diversity. Put them in Saudi Arabia, put them in Kuwait, put them in Qatar, send them in Sudan. You understand? Those places have the same culture. So that way you will have what? Cultural affinity and not cultural work. Diversity causing all the race. Is that understood? Now there's a reason why God wants the nation state. The nation state is supposed to preserve the truth upon the face of the earth. That's why the Bible says that. Acts 17, 26 and 27. Acts 17, 26 and 27. Acts 17, 26 and 27. So Yahweh divided the landmass of the earth into different nations to curb tyranny that men might use to destroy the true faith, and that men may have the ability to seek and find God. That's why he gave us the nation state. Let's read it here. We read in Acts 17, 26 and 27. And had made of one blood all nations of men for to dwell where? On all the face of the earth. And had determined the times before appointed and the what? Boundaries of their what? Habitation. China for the Chinese, India for the Indians, Africa for the Africans, Europe for the whites. He determined the boundaries. It goes on. That they should what? Seek Yahweh, if happily they might what? Feel after him, and what? Find him, though he be not what? Far from any one of us. Amen, brethren? But Jesus Christ also told his disciples, because it's supposed to save you from persecution too. Yeah. When they persecute you in this city, do what? Flee to another one. And in this one, do what? Flee to another one. And this is the reason for the nation state. To protect us. Is that understood? Yeah. But the devil wants to circle all of us. So he's taking the nation state, destroying it, and making it all one. So wherever you flee, he got you. Yeah. So we know we are in the end. What do you say? Yes. We know this is the end. But we know the nation state is to be replaced by a global Yahwehocracy. Remember the big stone, the stone that became a big mountain? The Bible says it filled the what? The whole earth. So we know one thing for sure. If there will form be no more nation state, because it will be replaced by a what? Global Yahwehocracy. Did you get that clear, my dear brethren? Did you get that clear? Right. Now, that being the case, we have touched pantheism, collectivism, communism, globalism. Let's now fight them with love. Next shot. Let's now fight it with love. What do you think? So we see all that pantheism causes. From pantheism way down to globalism. Amen, brethren? And this chart here is like what I usually call contortionist chart. Contortionist charts is charts that repeat the same principles in different forms. If you observe, God is love. God is one. God is holy. God only. Amen? That all this tells us that God is love, God is what, God is holy, God only. All this tells us that God is what? One love. It tells us that God is what? One love. Amen? But that also tells us that love is what? One. Do you know love cannot be two? Love cannot be three. Love cannot be a million. Love could only be what? One. So when they say love, they talk about one love. Love is one. Let's just look at a couple of scriptures here. 1 John 4:8. 1 John 4:8. It tells us, he that loveth not, knoweth not, for what God is love. There we go again. God is love. Amen? Remember what Galatians 3:20 told us? That God is one. So here God is love, and then God is one. Therefore God is what? One love. Amen? And the word Holy One, remember we read Holy One in Isaiah? Holy One, God is holy, therefore God only. The God only one. Alright? So what we are being told here is that God is love. Watch this. God is one. God holy, which is God only. God is God only. This is God is one love. And this is telling us love is what? One. Okay, my dear brethren? Did you see that? Since God's love is God himself, right? That love must be in us. God is love. That one love must be where? In us, that we may love our fellow men, our humanity. Because when we love, we must love with the love of God. You can only love with the love of God. No matter what people call love. Love is only with the love of God. When the divine nature love, that one love is in you. It is with that one love you love your fellow men. Is that understood, my dear brethren? We love our fellow men with the one love, God. Is that understood, my dear brethren? We love our fellow men with the one love, God. Alright? Now look at 1 John 3, 17 and 18. First John 3. But whoso hath this world's good, and seeth his brother have need, and shutteth up his bowels of compassion, how dwelleth what? The love of God where? In him. So what is supposed to be in you? The love of God dwelling in you. Amen. That's why we are told, my little children, let us not love in what? Word, neither in what? Tongue, but in what? Deed and truth. Remember God is truth, yeah? You saw that in the spiritual law, right? Right. So imagine this, right? You love with the love of God in you. That God is one love. That love is one. And you're loving with that love in you. The shocking thing about it is that love that you are loving with is not a thing. The love you are loving with is not a thing. The love that you are loving with, loving is the verb, but the love you are loving with is the noun. And we are told God is love. So what is the opposite of love? That is God. Next chart. Alright, so we have to love humanity with what? One love, which is God. You get that there, right? You have to love humanity with what? One love, which is God. So if that one love is God, what is the opposite of love? If that one love is God, what is the opposite of love? People say hate, but no, that's a verb. They denote that a noun. Let's just look. Two. Next chart. Subject, opposite. Subject is what? Love. The opposite of love is what? Creation. That's right. You see, some people have to think it's something bad. But the opposite of big is what? Small. That doesn't mean small is bad. So the opposite of love is what? Creation. Because God is what? Love. So love as a noun, its opposite is not hate. Love as a noun, the opposite is not hate. Because hate is a verb. We will look at love as a verb now. But we see love, the subject, love, who is God, the opposite will be what? Creation. Because only God and what? Creation exists. Amen, brother? Nothing else. Amen? And since God is love, the opposite of love as a noun is what? Creation. That's not a bad thing. Yes. When they tell you, you have to have love, you have to ask them a noun or a verb. Yeah, when they say, you must have love, I ask them, a noun or a verb? If you say a noun, that is who? God. And the opposite of God or love is what? bad. Subject opposite doesn't mean it has to be bad. Do you get this clear? Now we come into a shocking point here, right? Remember what Colossians tell us, right? He created everything and everything was made for him, right? Right? And he is before what? All things. So that is love. The opposite, creation. Now, love as a verb. We come into the big point now. Love as a verb is loving. Right? Love as a verb is loving. Next chapter.
When John 3:16 God so loved, that love there God.
A verb, that's it. So love as a verb is what? Loving. That's right. And loving can only be what? Exalting God to be God alone, which is one love, which is what? Which is what? You can only love a person with monotheism. Love is therefore monotheistic. So if you have plenty gods, you don't have what? Love. Get it? Get it? Did you see it? Let's just look at this. Yes. Huh?
So what is saying? Love and what's doing God in motion?
Love as a verb is God working in you both to will and to do his good pleasure. But you must remember, love as a verb is loving. So you're loving your fellow man. But you must remember, you could only love with the love of God there in you, which is God working what? In you to will and to do his good pleasure. Remember that, right? You could only love as a verb with God in you. Now loving with God in you is what? Exalting God to be God alone, to be one love, to be one God, which is what? Monotheism. Therefore, love is monotheistic. Amen. So if you have love, you can't have what? Pantheism. You love men with what? Monotheism. You love people with what? Monotheism, one God. You can't love people any other way.
Amen.
Love, therefore, is monotheistic.
Amen.
And Hindu doesn't have love.
Amen.
A pantheist doesn't have love. So we're going to look at some scriptures put together here now. I want you to take down these scriptures to help you. Yes, my dear brother. What am I doing?
Now I can understand John chapter 8. For Christ was speaking to them, he said, you sought to kill me. A man who telling the truth that it was no love he manifested there, he did this, did not Abraham. Telling you like the father he was therefore. But means the characteristics they were manifesting were anti-love. They were against truth. So now I could understand it knowing I'm more better like what Christ was telling them.
Amen. Amen.
Yes. With that right, you see that God is love, God is spiritual love. And then after all that, I see there that we have a passionate love and feeling nothing. That is not love.
So then if love is one,
Yeah.
right, and God is one, then love is God. Okay? So when you love a person with one, with God. This is loving. So you can only love a person with monotheism.
Yes.
Which is against what? Pantheism. That's right. Yes, sister. Yes.
But just to show that love is actually monotheistic, we know the scriptures tell us that if you love me, keep my commandments, right? And then couple that with Deuteronomy chapter 11, and I'll read from verse 26, which says, Behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse. A blessing if you obey the commandments of Yahweh your God, which I command you this day. And a curse if you will not obey the commandments of Yahweh your God, but turn aside out of the way which I command you this day, to go after other gods which they have not known. So to be against love is to be against the law of God, which is And we saw that Sabbath, that to have love is to have the law, which is to have law keeping, which is to have God keeping, which is to have the spiritual law, which is to have love. And that will therefore show you that is anti-pantheistic, which is to serve other gods as Deuteronomy.
Now you see, I am standing here and I do not know how significant they see this. This what I'm showing you here is a further development that seals you. This is a sealed message. Right, so I'm talking here, but I'm asking myself if you really see the gravity and importance of it. You can only love with one. They can't love with others. Remember, it's the love of God that's supposed to be where? In you, loving your fellow man. Okay? Remember this, right? That is the point. You can only love with the love of God where? In you. But since God is one love, if he was two, he wasn't God. If he was three, he wasn't God. God is one. So he's one love. So you can only love with what? One love. Amen, brethren? Therefore you can only love with monotheism. Is that understood? And that is against what? Pantheism. That's right. That's love versus pantheism here. We getting the idea now? So it wasn't just a silly statement, it was a deep statement. But I want to show you something, right? You wanted to say something like that.
I just say, now you understand, when one tells Satan, how love weakens you, weakens the nation.
Weakens the nation, right.
Salvation is man experience, the love of God in him. But that is monotheistic.
Yes.
And Satan comes with politics.
Right, lovely, lovely, lovely. Now, 1 John 5, 2 and 3. You know, when I understand all of this and going through John, I recognize that John understood about the issues of God and his kingdom more than any other disciple. But not just only that, Mrs. White said that. He understood more than anybody else. When he wrote some principles for eternity. Somebody claimed that they love you. Somebody claimed that they love you. The moment they are against the one God, they don't love you. There's no love there. Is that understood? There's no love here. What the signs of love is one God being in you. That is the sign of love. You know somebody loves you or is capable of loving. If one God, one love is in them. Amen, brethren? Now we're not just talking about emotions and so on. Emotions are supposed to accompany truth. Emotions are good. But if the emotions is not accompany truth, you can do any evil with emotions. Amen, brethren? Including having a lot of pedophiles all over the world. Now watch this. 1 John 5, 2 and 3. We read. Let's start right here now, quickly. Verse 2. By this we know that we love the children of God. Did you see that? Love whom? That's people. When we were, love God and what? Keep his commandments. What are we told? For this is the love of God, that we what? Keep his commandments, and his commandments are what? Stop right here now. So imagine you're loving God, right? Which is identified as keeping his commandments. You cannot keep the works of the law on your own strength. You can only keep the works of the law if you have the spiritual law where? In you. So the first thing that must be kept is the spiritual law. I will write my law in your hearts and engrave them in your hearts, the Bible tell you. So watch me. You have to have the spiritual law to keep for you to keep the works of the law. But since the spiritual law tells us God is love, in a nutshell, remember we saw that? The spiritual law tells you God is love in a nutshell. To keep the spiritual law is to keep love in you. To keep love in you is to keep God in you. Okay? How can you keep God in you if you shut him up? That's the mistake of the Jews. To keep God in you, you have to show he is love. To keep God in you have to what? Show His love. Amen? You have to show. Remember what Jesus told the Pharisees. The first, the greatest commandment. Hear, O Israel. Yahweh our God is one Yahweh. And you must love Yahweh with all your heart. So He said, the oneness that is Yahweh, you must love that one Yahweh. You must love that oneness. The one Yahweh with all your heart, soul, mind, strength. That's what He's telling them. Christ said it's the first, greatest commandment. Alright? You only love God when you exalt God to be what? One alone. To be what? One love. To be what? One God. That is how you and I love God. Chapter 5 of John, 1 John 20-21. We read, and we know that the Son of God is come and has given us an understanding that we may know Him that is true, and we are in Him that is true, even in His Son Jesus Christ. This is what? The true God and what? Eternal life. And what is the rest? All the gods of the nation. So the true God, the one true God, is Yahshua, Yahweh our Savior. That's the one true God. All the rest are idols. And we are to exalt that Yahweh. We are to praise Him. Somebody says, so the phrase one love by Bob Marley is a pantheistic creation, still ideology, not the love, the one love, who is God, who is one. Amen. Amen. Well said. And I'll puff this statement. Now watch this now. So, Psalm 86, verse 9 and 10. You need to read verse 9 to come to verse 10. Psalm 86. Yes.
Idols develop in the minds of people. And people push towards religion.
Yes.
But now you have one big sword and you cut off the head of all the idolaters of all false religion and destroy people of it.
Yes.
One soul, love.
One love. Love that is one.
One, yes.
So you can only love a person with one love.
Yes.
And that one love is God.
Amen.
So if you can only love a person with one love, that one is God, you can only love with monotheism.
Amen. Amen.
And that is love versus what? Pantheism. Amen, brother?
Yes.
Now watch this. And this is a deep thing we are looking at here, and this is important for your sealing. Watch this. Let's read. 86. Psalms 86. 9 and 10. All nations whom thou hast made shall come and worship before thee, O Yahweh, and shall what? Glorify thy name. So you love God by glorifying His name. What does glorifying His name mean? It tells us. We read, for thou art great, and doest what? Wondrous things. Thou art God alone. Did you see that? So love as a verb is loving. It is exalting God to be God alone. One love, one God, which is monotheism. Therefore you and I can only love with monotheism. In fact, monotheism is love towards us. Do you recognize the moment Lucifer said he was God with God, the problem of sin started?
Yes, yes.
So monotheism is love towards us. That's the point. Monotheism is love towards us. One Godism is love towards us. Is that understood? Now let's quickly go on. Next shot. The shocking thing is, in the 10 Commandments, It has love and hate as a verb. It has love and hate as a verb. So we are looking at subject opposite. Active love, love as a verb. The opposite is what? Hate as a verb. So when you say love and you're dealing with an action, you can have hate as a what? An action which is opposited. But love as a noun is God. Opposite is creation. But love as a verb, as an active thing, the opposite is hate. That's what your Bible tells you. Yes. And it tells you that literally in the clause of the 10 Commandments. Exodus 20. Find it. 5 and 6. But watch how it is presented. Watch this. Exodus 20, 5 and 6. We read. Right, so we read. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them. Isn't that the gods? Yes, the idols and so on. Thou shalt not what? Bow down thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, Yahweh thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me. So here, service to God is hate. The moment you become a pantheist, you're full of hate. Service to God is hate. You see that? You just see it here, that's right. The one is the darkest day of the year. Why would you celebrate the darkest day of the year with your own light? See? That just shows. So the point about what I'm saying is the fact that the Bible tells us other gods, serving other gods is hate. The moment you're a pantheist, you have what? Hate. And once you have hate, you can only hate. Amen? Watch this. Read on. I'm showing mercy unto thousands of them that what? Love me and what? There we go again. So love as a verb, keeping the commandments of God, keeping the spiritual law in you, which is saying that God is love, one, love, one. That is loving with monotheism. The opposite of it is hate. Therefore, pantheism is hate. Is that understood? Yes. Next slide. This is the reason why pantheism is what? Hate and what? Hate. That's why. Love versus pantheism. You see that now? Ironically, when pantheism was reigning in ancient times, they had child sacrifice, human sacrifice, temple prostitution. They would murder a whole nation out and just take their property. After republicanism came, those things stopped. But republicanism only came when Christianity became widespread. Christianity was monotheism. This is the reason why, as pantheism comes back, you have child sacrifices taking place all over the world. From the elites, they're drinking children's blood like, listen, David Rockefeller died on 101 years. He had 6 heart transplants before he died. 6 times. You and I might even get 1, he can't get a heart. He gets 6. Therefore, it just shows you, with pantheism on the rise again, there's hate and hateism. So you must understand very well now clearly that other gods serving them is hate. Amen? And hating. So pantheism is hate and hating as a verb. Therefore the opposite is exalting him, which is teaching monotheism. Now for the last shot, to end this wonderful point. Yes.
Point that what strike my mind here, right? To show now you can understand why Babylon is identified as a clean and hateful words. Because they show these ministers and them and teaches the whole pantheistic. So they hate God and they serve idols hating.
Now you will see that clearly. So in closing, the subject the opposite. If you have monotheism, then you have what? If you have monotheism, then you have what? And therefore, with regard to yourself, you're doing what? Loving them. If you have pantheism, you have what? Hate. And what are you doing? Hating them. This is love versus pantheism. You love with one Godism. You are loving yourself with one God. Once you're showing God is one, that is loving them. You're loving them with monotheism. Other than that, if you're serving other gods, you have hate, because that is pantheism. And you are hated. So all the haters out there are pantheists.
Yes.
Did you get that? Did you get that? And we are not talking about emotions. Emotions go with the truth. And it's good to help sustain the truth in a person. But emotions will also go wrong. So we are talking about the principle, love in deed and in truth. Is that understood, my dear brother? Yes, my dear brother.
Just want to contribute one text on point, right? 1 John chapter 4 and verse 7. 1 John chapter 4 and verse 7. It says, Beloved, let us love one another. For love is of God, and everyone that loveth is born of God and knoweth God. So in other words, a person cannot love outside of God. God is love. So when a person is born of God, then are they able to truly love any other person again.
Amen. Yes, my dear brother.
Just as you said, pantheism or pantheistic principles in the mind, right, is hate, right? And the scripture and you identify that when you loving the person, you really showing them that God is God alone, right?
Yeah,
Monotheism. Right? I just want to put one text in Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17. And it says, Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart. Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor and not suffer sin upon him. So if he is in sin, he's holding pantheistic principles. And for you to withhold the truth that shows God is God alone, he says, you now hating in your heart.
Yes, brother.
When somebody has bad personality traits, they're already practicing pantheism. Because you really have hate. Because it could be you having good personality traits, which is having a monotheism.
Yes.
God aloneness idea, you know, as your ideal.
Amen. Beautiful statement here. Monotheism is love towards our Savior. Understanding John 3:16 in the light, in this light, answers the pantheism of the watchtowers. Because God so loved the world, he gave his only begotten Son. He himself came in the role of a son, not a God of the watchtowers. Therefore, God manifested his love by he himself coming and revealing himself. So God's love towards us is very monotheistic. Thank you, my dear sister. And I'm offering this one too. Right, now watch this. Yes, sir.
So if you love God
way, if you still hate people, you're practicing what? Pantheism, and you don't love God only in say so. Like the fruits in there. Amen? I'll give you a scripture and you will take that scripture and study with your mind. You, right? I'll give you a scripture to study with your mind. You will take it by that and study with it. Alright? Now, quickly. So, I am writing down these points here. After I finish this study up, I am writing down these points. I sit down with my notebook. I lie down one side of the bed and I just take my pen and I start to write out summary of these studies. But I didn't write this here, but I'm reading it to you. Point number one. If God is one and love is God himself, then love is monotheistic. Let me repeat that again. If God is one and love is God himself, then love is what? Monotheistic. Are you listening to me? Yes. Two, say the same thing in another way. If God is one God and God is love, then it follows that love is monotheistic. Let me repeat again. If God is one God and God is love, then it follows that love is monotheistic. Three, if God loves us with his love, and his love is divinity, and his divinity is one, then God loves us with monotheism. Repeat again. If God loves us with his love, and his love is divinity, and his divinity is one, then God loves us with monotheism. And final point, 4 points. Since we love with the love of God, or God himself, and God is one God, then we love people by showing them monotheism, or we love people with monotheism. Let me repeat that one again. Since we love with the love of God, or God himself, and God is one God, then we love people by showing them monotheism, or we love people with monotheism. End of quote. This is what we were saying here. That is love versus what? Pantheism. So from now on, what are you going to tell yourself? You, when you are studying, you're going to find out the mystery behind God being one in your relationship. Watch this. You imagine you get up home and you put some water in a bowl, and you put some soya milk in a bowl. You take a spoon of honey and you mix it, and you sprinkle a bit of sea salt, and you take some strawberries and other things and put it in it, you stir it up, and you sit down to eat, and you say, I'm eating this for my health. But when you're eating it for your health, in the back of your mind is respect for God. It's respect for God. The moment you tell yourself, I can serve any God, you wouldn't have that food as valuable anymore. It won't be valuable. In other words, the food is valuable to you to preserve your health because you believe in what? One God. It is monotheism that causes you to eat how you eat. Is that understood? Why is it you don't put on a short pants with a girl and walk in and straight meeting here? Because immediately you have the concept that that is nakedness. What do you say? That belongs to under the clothes, not outsider's clothes. So in other words, immediately in your mind you have it clear. That is wrong. But why is that wrong? Because it is against God. But if it is against God, which one are you talking about? One God. Say, because of one God, that will be wrong to you. Is that understood? So it is monotheism behind your morality. There's a to start thinking about this and work this out. The reason why you need to work it out is because that is how the argument is supposed to be seen in heaven with angels. Angels see you and I as only morally upright because we have one God.
Yes.
Because we have one God. It is oneness. The oneness of God. That is our morality. Why? You would pull out a gun to go and shoot somebody to rob them. Because you know it is against God. Which God? It can't be Allah because they will be doing that over and over, robbing and raping. Poor children, they go on by a school in Syria. The school has 6 and 7-year-old girls in it. And all the girls start to scream. Big 32-year-old man, 40-year-old man going and take these little girls for their wives. So one will see 3 of them to go for their wives. And the girls start screaming and crying, and the parents in there do a word of it, they'll shoot you on the spot. They don't care. You see, so when they say Allah is one, Allah is really all-pervading. He's a pantheistic God. That's why they could do that. But if you tell yourself, I won't, why you won't? Because of God. Which God? Yahweh. Which Yahweh? The one Yahweh. So it is oneness of God behind your morality. And you need to realize that that's being sealed off. From now on you will not serve any other God. Because it is sitting in your mind there's only one. One God. You get that prayer? And that's the reason why you need to think about this. So this is supposed to open a whole new realm of thought. So you thinkers here that is interested in sin-freeness. Because there's a person that serves God alone as God that is sin-free. So sin-freeness is one-Godism. Yes, brother.
Recently, brethren, so I realized that just in terms of the study, because last week when they gave the study, I did quick test of God. I didn't really understand too much. But with this study today, I was much clearer understanding of last week. I know, sitting down there, the Holy Spirit put this text up on my mind, and I really understand the text foundation, you know?
Sure.
John chapter 10 and verse 10. I'll read the text.
Yes, please.
Said, the thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. So we here understand that the thief and to kill is sin. And then because of the wrong estimation of creation, self and other things, right? So, but look, I'm going to show the solution to the problem. But I am the divine nature, who is love. I'm come that they might have what? Life. And we understand that this is not physical life. But men could be dead in trespasses and sin while they have physical life. So this life here
spiritually minded is life.
Is the experience of salvation, which is love in faith experience.
Exactly.
So the solution is really monotheism.
Amen. You know why I smile so much? You're actually preaching the truth to me and I'm happy about it. Amen, baby. The truth is back on the earth again. What do you say? And it is here. So now, somebody else have their hand again, right? Oh, you have your hand again, you brother. Go ahead, sister. Sure.
Grace and peace, I would like to read 2 scriptures, right?
Yes.
1 John chapter 3, and it's showing that we must monotheism against pantheism, right?
Yes.
1 John chapter 3, and I'm reading from verse 13.
Yes.
Right? It says, marvel not, my brethren, if the world hates you. So we see in pantheism there, right?
Yes.
And then it says and then I turn into John 15, the Gospel of John 15, and from verse 17 right down, right? It says, these things I command you, this is Jesus speaking, right? These things I command you, that you love one another. That is monotheism, right? If the world hates you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. If you were of the world will love his own. But because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hateth you. Verse 20. Remember, so God is speaking to us. He says, remember the word that I said unto you, the servant is not greater than his Lord. If they have persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If ye have kept my sayings, they will keep yours also. But they did not. But if they have love to God and love to the neighbor, they will keep the sayings of God. Right? And now, the last verse. Just follow the page.
Yes, my dear.
Right, and then verse 21, it says, but all these things will they do unto you for my name's sake, because they know not him that sent me. Now if I had not come and spoken unto them, they had not had sin. But now they have no cloak for their sin. He that hated me, hated my Father also. So you see in Pantheism doctrine, it started in heaven right down to the earth. And God is telling us, don't marvel if the world hates us. The world will have pantheistic doctrine because they don't love righteousness, they don't love God nor the brother. Right?
Don't love one love.
Right.
Amen. Yes, brother.
Right? So you see here again, right? God is love. That is our noun, right? That is singular. One love, right? Not plural, right? And after all, the baptism is our question to our one God, and then after that one God showing you how to be loving, right?
Yes.
But then at the same time, we showing you that at the end of the day, don't have many manifestations of meaning that you can't take God's unattributable name, or you can't give God name in a philosophy, start another creation because I see him. Right? Because you say that God prepared everything, but at the same time you can't follow the feelings, which is the body of sin, to do the wrong, because you say that you are immortal soul too. And you keep on thinking away to that consciousness that you are the immortal soul too, God with God. So you want everything will be God with God. So no, I love. Non-singular, no plural.
Amen. So brethren, in closing. Oh, sorry, my dear, yes.
I just wanted to show 3 principles that I saw from this letter. I'll do rather, right? One, the attitude that we must have toward correction, first and foremost, right? Because when you consider that God showed that as many as I love, I rebuke and chasten. Chastening is to see God who is love. To do away with the false principles exalting pantheism and to see God who is love. So it shows the attitude and humility we need to have towards correction and seeing God as God alone for sanctification. And the next point is actually dealing with sanctification, where we understand that sanctification is the maintenance of holiness. And holiness is God holiness. So to continue in sanctification is to continue in having God being exalted as God alone in the mind. Just put one quick scripture, which is monotheism, right? Ephesians chapter 5 verses 1 and 2, which says, be ye therefore followers of God as their children, and walk in love, as Christ also had loved us and given himself for us, an offering and sacrifice to God for a sweet-smelling savor. So that's continuing in sanctification, which is continuing in having God being exalted as God alone in the mind, which is the maintenance of holiness. And the last principle which I saw was the fact that when you understand love, you understand the Eldoxa principle. Because love shows the separation between God, the two entities, God who is God alone, versus creation.
Amen. Plenty visions of truth. What do you say? Amen. And I'm very happy. You know, in closing, I can say all the studies was not in vain. Because they see it manifested in brethren. Now let me tell you something. What we can say is beware of those who try to tell you, oh, you Christians don't have love, but they're speaking sentimentalism. Yes. If you have one love or God, you have what? Love as a noun. And loving, you know when you show them the truth, they figure somehow you're not loving them. But you see when you love a person, you show them truth. Remember when you show truth, the love indeed and the truth, it is God you are exalted. But you are not saying he is many gods. You don't have all Lucifer is God with God. You're saying God is God alone. So you're love with monotheism. Is that understood? So we hope you remember these things. So you ask yourself, what have you remembered from this whole study? What is the summary point from this whole study? You wanted to tell me, sir. I feel like putting out there and put the God and see it. Alright, but yeah, what is the one point you've taken from this study? You wanted to tell me, Alexandra? Tell me. I didn't hear you. Didn't hear you. Amen. So the one point you must take from this study is that you love people with monotheism. Your actions when you're preaching the truth is to show them one true God. You're loving them with what? Monotheism.
So you are telling us we're not supposed to have much love. Only one.
Alright. Let me put it another way. You see, last week I showed you all that at the beginning of the study. God said, I have loved you with an everlasting love. So that love, that one love is eternal. Since God is eternal, then love being eternal, love is God. And so I'm talking about having one eternal love. Amen? Better than any single. Please stand. Something strike him. I can say it quickly one time.
Before I was in that prayer, right? What struck my mind is that my mind went back to the Garden of Eden, right? And what God told them, if today you eat, which is to reject the oneness of God, you shall surely what? Die. So look, the absence of monotheism bring the end of the existence of creation because I have no purpose for existence. So what gives the creation life, what sustains creation is what? Monotheism, God. So when I say the carnal mind is dead, you know why it says that? Because absence of what? The experience of the love of God. So when God says you will die and you will destroy, it's because it doesn't have the what? The oneness of God and they reject it. So therefore, brethren, this study is vital and important because this study will carry you back into Eden in the kingdom of God.
Why did Adam, let me ask you, why did Adam attack Eve before God by saying, the woman you give me, she caused me to? Why did Adam attack Eve?
Because of this concept of what has changed.
Wait, hold on. The reason why I say that is for you to go further from what you are saying. Adam attacked Eve because they had rejected monotheism. And they thought that they would be what? As God knowing what? Good and evil. So that's where discord came in the earth. It came in when monotheism was rejected. Yes, sir. He didn't beat her up with his hand. And you know, you don't only beat a person up with your hand. You can beat a person up with your attitude too. Because the attitude also causes oppression. Not just your physical action, but the attitude also causes what? Oppression. And if you have a bad attitude which is beating a person's psyche, then you are pantheist. And that's what Adam wants. So sin and the destruction of the family only came in when men gave up what? Monotheism and sought to be God with God. Remember that, right, brethren? And that's what Brother Michael really wanted to say in it in his view. Yes.
That is why the final rejection of monotheism will bring about the curse upon the earth, the 7 last weeks.
Amen. When you reject the fact that God is one God, seen in the Sabbath, then the plagues will fall. When they're rejected by global legislation. Amen. Amen. There are a lot of apocalyptic prophecies going on here tonight. Very good, my dear brother. So let's praise God and let's thank God for His oneness. Let's thank God that His oneness is His love. And that when we love Him, we love His oneness. Amen? And for loving us in His oneness. Yes, brother.
Only somebody who believes in monotheism can appreciate republicanism.
Amen. Amen. Yes. That's right. So, my dear brethren, let us thank God for His oneness, His love that He has given to us. Amen? And tell you a secret. The reason why I also gave you this study is that once it has affected your mind, you will never go away from this. You will never be able to work on it. What we have done, we have put some principles here in your mind that have pushed you one side towards the kingdom of God. Amen. And never more could you go back against this. So put it this way, your position of walking towards the kingdom of God is sealed. What do you say? Amen. And it's only fighting against it and becoming an open antheist that will make you turn away. And I know you don't want that, do you? No. Right, so we have done a wonderful thing today. Amen? Amen. Thank God for that. Let us pray. Gracious loving Father, we thank you for monotheism. We thank you that you are one love. We thank you that you are love, that you are one, that you are God. God is one. God is love. God is one love. And this is monotheism. It is monotheism that is responsible for us in being in this faith, and that has saved us, because we cannot be saved by gods. We can only be saved by the one God who is Savior, according to the spiritual law. So we are in the experience of salvation through monotheism. We thank you for this. Please help us to appreciate this line of thought, this further delving into the truth, to seal us away from falling and to prepare us for the coming, which is very near, even at the doors. May we appreciate all of these things and thank you again for your great love towards us, which is yourself, through Jesus Christ, our Savior, we pray. Amen. Amen.